Hello Year 6, it's Monday the 1st of March and this is your first spelling session of the week here with Miss Airy. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of revision like we have been doing for the last couple of weeks now. And we're going to go back and revise something from Year 4, but actually I still think some of these words that we're going to look at today are a bit tricky. So we're going to be revising words which begin with GU. Now when you look at GU, it actually looks like you're going to make the sound G or goo. But actually, if you look at the word I reveal now, guilty, that I there makes this GU have a I sound for guilty. So you have been sent a sheet with 4 words, 4 GU words, and you'll see I've given you a clue as to how many letters come after the GU word. We're going to revise some different words which make a different sound after the GU. So if you can have a pen or pencil ready, either write on the sheet that I've given you or just write on a piece of paper, that's fine. And I'm going to give you 4 GU words to revise today. So your word number 1, here we go. Guitar. A stringed instrument, guitar. And you'll see how many letters follow the GU there. Okay, now you've written the word guitar. Here's your second word. Guide. I needed a guide to help me climb the mountain. Guide. Your third word, guard. A guard stands outside of Buckingham Palace. Now your fourth word, not going to lie, this is a tricky word and even I need help spelling this word sometimes. So please don't worry if you get it wrong. It's a good revision word though, is guarantee. Guarantee. I can't guarantee you will get this correct. Let's see how you get on. So here we go, here's some answers. The first word was guitar. And that's how you spell guitar. So with a pen or pencil, please mark or correct any spellings that you now have. Guide. That's how you spell guide. That's how you spell guard. And here was the tricky one, Miss Airy's tricky word as well. Guarantee. That's how you spell guarantee. Okay. Now we might come back and revise those words again, GU words later on, because they are a bit tricky and they do make different sounds. So don't worry if you didn't get all of those correct, and well done if you did. Let's move on then to today's focus. So today we are going to be looking at words which contain IE. Now I know lots of you know the rule about IE and EI after the letter C. But today we're not focusing on C, we're just looking at words which contain IE. So the first activity is you've got a grid, and all I'd like you to do is look at the words that I have here. I'm going to read them out and I'd like you to listen to the IE sound, and can you sort the words by their sound? And you've got 4 groups to sort your words, so you can move your words into 4 different sounds. So here we go, here's the first word, cried, believe, variety, efficient, society, fried, sufficient, and retrieve. So I'll give you a clue. I look at the word cried here, I can see another word here that sounds the same as cried. The IE makes the same sound, which is here fried. So on my sheet I would group cried and fried together. So can you group your other words into the same sounds? So if you stop the video now and take the time to group your words. Okay, you should by now have played around with those words, listened to the sound that the IE makes, and hopefully you have made something that looks like this. So we've got retrieve, believe, cried, fried, efficient, sufficient, and society and variety. Now my next question is, can you add any other words to these groups? So can you think of any other words that sound or rhyme with these words? So stop the video now and you might want to look these words up or just see if you can add any more words to each list. So just stop the video now and add any more words if you can. Okay, so now we're going to be moving on to your practice task for today, which is to look at the letter shapes of words. As you can see, the top word that you've got on your sheet looks like this. So we're looking at the shape of the word. Now I've given you a little helpful guide which looks at the ascenders and descenders on your alphabet. So if you see which letters here of your alphabet sit on the line, which letters go below the line. So for example, if you look at G, the shape of G goes lower than the shape next to it. And if you look at the shape of the H, it has an ascender which goes higher. So the G has a descender, that lower part there, and the H has an ascender which goes higher. So you can see the shape of the letters. So using that as a guide, if you now look at the first letter shape I've given you here, can you try and work out, first of all, count the letters, so it's one letter per box, and this word that I've given you has got one letter with an ascender. There are no descenders. So out of the words I've given you here, can you see a word which has got one ascender? And if you look, we can actually see retrieve and believe here. Now, if you count how many letters are in this word, we've got two letters before the ascender letter. That's got two letters before. Oh, but that one's got an ascender, so I'm not sure it can actually be that. So let's see, is our word retrieve? Let's have a little look. And yes, it is. So I have just shown you now, I've given you your first word, so you can write this one in, retrieve, with one ascender, and all the other letters just sit on the line with nothing else that goes higher. So your next job is to look at the next 6 letter shapes on your sheet. Use these words. Can you work out which word fits in which box? Now you will then notice that you have 2 words left over, and your challenge is to try and draw the letter shape for those leftover 2 words. And you don't necessarily have to draw that onto squared paper. You can just draw around the word and see if you can clearly show the ascenders and the descenders. So good luck with that, Year 6, and we look forward to seeing where you have put your words today. Okay, good luck.